Today we're visiting a dog rescue based in Stokenchurch in Buckinghamshire. For more than 50 years, the rescue has been taking in thousands of unwanted and abandoned dogs, and they work tirelessly to find every dog a loving and forever home. This afternoon we're going to meet Michelle, who is the rescue centre's CEO. She will give us an overview of how the centre is run, and then we will visit the dogs who are all looking for new homes.
Briefly, microchipped, all their vaccinations they've had done. We also neuter all of our dogs, which cost hundreds of pounds, and we ask for a donation of £120 from someone, so we run at a massive loss.
Really want
every dog. Yeah, because the last thing we want is dogs to be returned. The other thing is that when you sign to adopt a dog from us, you sign to say that you will return that dog to us if you ever can't have it. So I always say that a Stokenchurch dog rescue dog is our dog until it dies, because we always have a responsibility for it. Until that dog dies, we are responsible for it. So even when a dog leaves here, if you left here with a dog and it had behavioural issues, we pay for a behaviourist to come out to you and work with you. We don't ask for any money for it, to keep that dog in your home. Most people, they take a dog home, they want to keep that dog, but if there's issues, sometimes they can bring the dog back, and when a dog's returned, it comes back more disturbed because it hasn't had the sort of the regular consistency, and that's the one thing we can't give our dogs here. We give them love, we give them care, we give them food, we give them a warm bed, we give them walks, we give them treats, but we can't give them the consistency of the same lap, the same sofa to sit on, the same gentle hands to touch them every day. We can't give them that.
We'll be introduced to the fantastic people who look after the dogs on a daily basis, and we'll hear some of the individual dogs' stories. The rescue centre is funded purely by donations, membership fees and fundraising events, and it also relies upon the assistance of volunteers. The dog quarters have been refurbished, and each dog has fresh, hygienic accommodation, and when visitors walk through, they each have their choose me routine, jumping, barking or dancing along the window. The dogs get walked, fed and played with every day, and volunteers come to take them out for walks in the local woods. They are cared for with love and kindness.
Yeah, that's great, thank you.
So this is Molly. She is around 3 years old, and unfortunately she was born on site with her sister Neely. She was adopted for about 9 months, I think, and then returned to us. Unfortunately, up until very recently, she has had little to no interest due to her behavioural issues around new people. Believe it or not, when she first came back, she was very shy about meeting new people and didn't display herself very well, which is why we struggled to get her a new home. But fortunately, a very nice couple recently came and fell in love with her. So after 3 years, she's finally going home this month, isn't she? Yeah.
So this is the shower room. So this is where volunteers or staff or volunteer dog walkers, if it's a rainy day like today, or if the dog gets really muddy, then they can wash the dog off. We try and do it quite as often as we can, but luckily we haven't had to use it too much. This is our treatment room. So this is where every Tuesday we have a vet come in, and she will check over any dogs that have previously been to the vets, just to make sure that they're all okay, make sure if there's any stitches that need coming out or if they need just a check-up. We also do microchipping in here as well, and we scan the dogs to check that the chips are working, and we also weigh them as well, so we can keep a check on the weights on a weekly basis. So if they do need any medicines, we know that the weights are all up to date for them.
While we were taken around the centre, we were amazed at how efficient and clean the centre was and how well each dog is cared for. While we viewed dogs that are up for adoption, there was one in particular that caught our attention. His name is Bridge. He didn't come to the door. He didn't have a choose me routine. In fact, the carers had given him an armchair to sleep in, not because he's old or infirm, but because he never gets chosen, and he's given up trying. He's a young, good-looking lurcher. Lurchers love to run, but unfortunately Bridge doesn't get taken out for walks off the lead in case he runs off, as he's been in the centre such a long time. He's been resident for 2.5 years, and we couldn't understand why such a lovely dog would not get chosen. Bridge's story is sad, but it demonstrates what a fantastic job the dog rescue do. If Bridge is never lucky enough to get chosen for a forever home, he will live at Stokenchurch until his dying day. They will love and care for him and give him the best quality of life they can.